guys, welcome to another episode of At Mike and Jay's. My name is Jay.
And I'm Mike.
And guys, babe, this is a month that we've been doing this. A month that we have been creating content and we've been working so hard on our craft and bringing it out to you guys, and we're just so happy, guys. We're so happy that you guys have stuck around with us. And with that said, you guys have been initiated into the MJ crew. Yeah, that's it. You guys are part of the MJ crew, and from now on, we're gonna refer to you as the crew. We're gonna also incorporate something a little bit different on our channel. We're gonna start doing post notification shout outs.
Awesome.
So guys, you have to comment. When you comment, we're gonna go ahead and pick some people, and we're gonna give you a shout out, and it's gonna be done at the end of the video, okay? So with that said, please subscribe, like, and comment. That's the way that we get our content out there and get it out to the world. So please, help us and do your part, and we're gonna do our part and work hard and diligently and get this content out to you.
And it also encourages us to see that we are actually developing a community, because that's one of the purposes of this channel, is to develop a community that can help inspire one another to become better and greater than we were yesterday.
Oh, I like that. And that's exactly what we're gonna talk about today. So we're gonna talk about fear, guys. we're gonna talk about fear. And mainly because of the last video that we did where I challenged Michael to get on a helicopter. Babe, you wanna go ahead and elaborate on that?
Yeah, so that last video, it was the end of our anniversary weekend. Everything went beautifully, just beautifully, right? Until my beautiful, gorgeous, lovely wife said, "We're going on a helicopter ride. Surprise!" Knowing full well that I don't like heights. So initially I thought she trying to get me to punk out on camera, but it ain't happening. So I went into it with that. But later on in life, I found out that wasn't her goal. Her goal was not to make me punk out on camera.
Not at all.
It was just to push me to be better than I was yesterday.
Of course.
In that moment, to overcome fear and to live a life without hindrances.
That's exactly what it is, guys. We don't want to live a life of fear anymore at all. We decided that we do not want to side with fear, and that's why we're doing some of these challenges to show you guys that, look, you don't have to side with fear also. And I've learned through life that fear it's an acronym. It stands for false evidence appearing real. False evidence. And because of those false evidence, we hinder ourselves from accomplishing the things that God has for us to accomplish. And so, yeah, we want to go ahead and talk about those things and talk about what Michael did to push himself to get on that helicopter.
So first off, let me start off by giving my definition of fear. My definition of fear is irrational thoughts triggering an emotional response. So with that, knowing that, the most rational thing that we can do, in my eyes, is to come up with a plan. So I have to have a plan to conquer fear. That automatically shifts my mind to being rational. So first off, you have to choose to hate it. You have to decide. You have to decide, that's a better word. You have to decide to not be a slave or servant to fear.
I like that.
And once you make that decision, 90%, at the very least, 90% of the battle is done. Because once you make that decision, nothing will be able to move you. Even though you may feel a certain way, just because you feel a certain way does not mean that you have to bow down and be subservient to those feelings. So once you make that decision, the next step in the plan, for me, my particular plan is, I know that the takeoff and the landing are the worst parts of the flight for me. When we are in the air, I'm not really too concerned. I mean, it's in the back of my mind and I'm a little nervous still, but it's not bad because we're just cruising until we hit an air pocket. Then it becomes a little challenging. But so me knowing that the takeoff and landing are the worst, I go into the plane, and before we even roll out, I'm stilling my mind. That's what I'm working at. I'm working at stilling my mind and blocking out all those thoughts that's irrational to my goal and purpose on that plane. So what helps me do that is I kind of like tense up my own body, because it feels like I'm grabbing on, like getting control of the situation that's inside me. And I start to focus, start taking deep breaths, and start focusing on my breathing. That calms, that for some reason that soothes my feelings, and it slows my heart rate down, and it gives me something to focus on other than those irrational thoughts.
Good.
So that helps me on the takeoff, and also I close my eyes too, because it makes me even more focused where I'm not looking around. But once I got to the place where I feel like I can open my eyes, I begin to open my eyes, and I look around at the flight attendants, because the flight attendants are a great source of encouragement for me on the plane, because I know they do this day in and day out. So they would be the ones who know, wait a minute, something abnormal is happening on this flight.
Yeah.
So as long as they're calm, cool, collected, going about doing their daily tasks and duties and whatnot, I know that I have nothing to fear about. So that's what I do. That's what helps me to overcome the fear. It's short and sweet.
Short and sweet, guys. So with that said, we just want to go ahead and let you guys know that we are not professionals.
Not at all.
So if you have any further questions, and if you decide that you want to try it, please consult with your physician or your therapist, just to let them know, look, I'm thinking of trying this or whatever. And you know what, guys? Give us advice on what you do to face your fears. Okay, because we don't want to side with fear, right? We do not want to side with fear. Forget fear, okay? Fear is not of God. So we are not going to side with fear. And fear, guys, to me, is false evidence appearing real. So we're not going to do that. With that said, babe, you ready to give the post notification shout outs?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. The post notification shout outs. Guys, we thank you for commenting this video, guys. This was our fourth or third video, and it had the most comments on there, and I was just blown away, and I was just so grateful to have my family and friends and strangers wish us a happy anniversary. So with that said, we want to thank Ezra, Delville, the Fire family. We got some YouTubers in the building. Me Time, Vincent, Ambo, Sasha Love Handle, thank you. Gansine Ambo, thank you. Marie and Jean Ambo, thank you. Nicole Middleton, we see you, thank you. Naturally Blessed Wombs, you guys check out her YouTube channel, we thank you. We got Lou on there, so we want to thank you guys for commenting on our videos. Thank you.
Thank you. And we also want to give a shout out to our nieces.
Oh yeah, our nieces, Jade and Avery. They watch our content, you guys, and we love you girls. Yeah, so like, subscribe, comment down below. We are glad to have you guys, and we're gonna see y'all. Peace, love, enjoy.